Hello everyone, happy Monday. We are here to continue our lesson number 9, the Apostle under siege. Today we are on page 47, a noble defense. Nay, some highlights of Paul's defense. Yesterday we got to the point when Apostle Paul get permission to speak. He starts speaking in Hebrew that everyone could hear him. And today we will study most of the lesson from chapter 22nd, Acts 22nd. And he shared with them his testimony, how he was very faithful to the law of the fathers, how he was educated at the feet of Gamaliel. And many of them knew him because he was the persecutor of the church in Jerusalem and all the cities around. He told them that you remember about me, that I went everywhere and looking for the Christians to bring them to Jerusalem and to put them in jail. And even he shared with them his trip to Damascus when he went there to look for the Christians to get them and bring them to Jerusalem. And while he was on the trip towards Damascus, Jesus showed to him in a vision, and he got blind, and how he couldn't walk, and the man that knew him had to take him to the city. Even he told them that he was witnessing Stephen's death. I was there. And this he could never forget. The note from Bible commentary said he could never forget the assurance conveyed to him in the first part of his ministry. He could speak intelligently because he had an experience, a personal knowledge of the Lord Jesus Christ. He had a living, abiding faith, for he cultivated a sense of the presence of Christ in all his work. He received strength in prayer, and as a faithful soldier of Christ, he ever looked to his captain for orders. Point B. Why was Paul quite certain of his calling from God to minister to the Gentile world? Now in the same chapter 22, we will start reading from 12 to 21 to see how the story goes on. He shared with them what happened in Damascus. He told them that Ananias, a faithful man, came to him and actually healed him and told him that you are chosen by God to be a servant for him to the Gentiles. And he got baptized, and he came back to Jerusalem, and while he was in the temple, he had a vision. And God told him that you are chosen to be a witness for me among the Gentiles. God had brought him into the close connection with himself and had opened before him a views of the beauty and glory of heaven. Point C. How did the crowd react to Paul, and with what result? While he was talking, they were silent, but as soon as he said the word Gentiles, they got so mad, and they didn't want to listen to him anymore, and they cried out, kill him, kill him. And because the Roman captain could not understand Hebrew, he didn't know what he was sharing with them, that they got so mad. And as soon as he shared with them the work that he was supposed to do among the Gentiles, they were outraged, and they couldn't believe that the salvation was extended to the Gentiles. That was so contrary to the national prejudice. And because the captain didn't understand what happened, and he thought that, okay, this man must be guilty of a big crime because the people are acting like this. And they took him and put him in the castle, and the soldiers started beating him, and he was alone there with them. Point D. Why was Paul spared from suffering an even worse ordeal? In the same chapter, 22nd, from verse 25 to 29, we see that Paul asked them, "It's lawful to scourge a man who is a Roman citizen?" And they got scared. It's like, "Are you a Roman?" "Yes, I am a Roman citizen." And they called the chief captain and told him what was going on, that he is a Roman, and they stopped beating him and they were all afraid. What we can learn from this wonderful lesson from today? We can get courage to share our testimony, even though the result might not be a very positive one. But when we have an experience with God and God did something in our lives, we will share with people and we won't be afraid the result. We will share it with them. May God bless us and have a blessed day. I will see you tomorrow and we'll continue this wonderful lesson.